Hello, friends. I'm Dee. About to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Usher Shades Chris Brown. Beyonce stole Usher's Super Bowl moment and Beyonce new country album. Okay, I have just reacted to both of Beyonce's new country songs on my Patreon, so they are up right now. Check them out if you're interested. We're over there discussing. Come join the community. Put up a lot of song reactions and all of that, album reactions, music videos, tea story times, travel vlogs, all that. Come join the community. Link down below. I also reacted to Usher's Super Bowl performance as well. That's also up right now. But yeah, let's hear what Impressive has to say about all this. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Both Usher and Beyonce were trending at this year's Super Bowl, and I first want to get into Usher's Super Bowl halftime performance because obviously he was one of the big highlights of the night. And I will say this, Usher hasn't lost it. Usher is performing and singing better than ever, y'all. I mean, the man is just goated. He's goated. He's an R&B legend. And I really enjoyed his halftime show. I think the thing that really sold this halftime show for me is Usher's talent. Honestly, Usher didn't need all of the big stage props. He didn't need all of the different distractions. It's his talent that sold the show, his dancing and his singing. And it's the fact that his mic was on for me. Like, as much as he was dancing, he was singing live. He wasn't using no playback, no pre-recorded vocals, no auto-tune, no special effects. That was all his voice, and I was very impressed, but I also wasn't surprised by it because I did get a chance to see Usher live in Vegas, so I know that he performs down. This is nothing new, but I really thought that he brought his A game here, and he just came to prove to the world that he is.
If you're on my Patreon, you know why I'm making that face.
The only major critique I have of his performance is a lot of the songs felt rushed. And I understand he only had like 13 minutes to put on a show, so there's only so many songs that he could do. But a lot of the songs that he tried to squeeze in just was too rushed for me. But other than that, I thought he gave a great show. He brought out Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, and Lil Jon for the Yeah performance, and that was definitely the highlight of the show. And he also brought her out, and she played the guitar, and her did her thing. She played during Bad Girl, and she also played during You Got It Bad. She really did her thing. But unfortunately, I do have to critique Alicia Keys a little bit. And I'm not going to be too hard on Alicia. I know people were coming for her vocals, but it has to be pointed out. I think her vocals were not particularly strong in this performance. She did perform with Usher. She performed If I Ain't Got You.
What about her?
And her voice was a bit strained. I was like, ugh, I don't know, Alicia. This is not sounding too great. But Usher saved it. And Usher was doing a little bit too much when he was dancing and trying to grind on Alicia. She's a married woman, and Usher is about to get married to his girlfriend too.
So who cares?
It's just doing
it's
too
just
much.
entertainment.
Somebody's lady. But overall, I thought the show was good, and it just solidified the fact that Usher is one of the best performers of all time. No debates, he's one of the best. And since we're talking about Usher, I do want to briefly talk about his new album, Coming Home. I have to be honest, I was disappointed. And I was disappointed because I anticipated Usher to come with a strong album. But to me, the album was giving me Vegas Usher. It wasn't giving me classic R&B Usher. The songs were just kind of mid and generic. And it didn't seem like he had
I checked out a long time ago. I can't lie.
With this project. It
I like
old
school Usher.
Real quick to capitalize off of his Super Bowl moment. So I wasn't really feeling it. I was a little disappointed because my expectations were high for Usher. However, I will point out some positives in the album. There are a few good songs on there. I do like A-Town Girl featuring Lotto. I mean, it's a cute little TikTok song. I can see it being a little TikTok bop. Also, I think Kissing Strangers is a nice song for pop radio, you know. I also like I Love You and Please You. Even though the song sounded a bit generic, I still liked it. It sounded good. He also has this song called Stone Cold Freak. It's like I like it, but I don't like it. It's weird. It just sounds like a throwaway Chris Brown song from 8 years ago, if that makes sense. But it's catchy. It is catchy. He also has this pop song with Jungkook called Standing Next to You. And I like the song too. It kind of sounds like a repackaged Michael Jackson song, but I do think it was one of the better songs on the album. And also the song
Yes,
Good Good with Summer Walker and
Jungkook.
21
Hold
Savage, one
on.
of the better songs on the album. And also the song Good Good with Summer Walker and 21 Savage
He
was
look
good as
good. I
well.
like that.
But the
New look.
songs that really stood out to me was Risk It All featuring her. I really like that one, but the song I love the most is Ruin featuring Fields. Ruin is a smash hit song, and I think it was very smart for Usher to release this as a single because it has that Afrobeat vibe mixed with R&B, and that's really the wave right now. So I thought that was very smart, and the song just sounds amazing. I think it's a smash hit. It's probably going to take some people some months to catch on to it, but it has the potential to be a big song for Usher, and I hope he really pushes this song because it's the best song on the album. Now, I do want to ask the question, did Usher throw shade at Chris Brown on this album? I think he did. Now, in his song, I Am the Party, he said, ends talking about verses with me, please stop. I know you think he's the bae, but he's not. Now, I don't know about you, but this might have been some shade towards Chris Brown.
I don't think so. I think that shade to any of the R&B niggas. He's saying, stop trying to put me in a versus against any of these niggas because they all my sons. That's what he's saying. Let's read between the lines and be clear. I highly doubt he's taking a direct shot at Chris, and he has even come out and said that Chris is his brother. He's said very positive things about Chris. So I highly doubt this is a shot towards Chris. Impressive is being messy. All right, I don't think that is the case at all. I think he's speaking in general terms. Like, don't try to put me against this person, that person. Because people have said that he should do a versus with multiple R&B artists. They have mentioned Trey Songz. They've even mentioned R. Kelly. All right, they've mentioned other people. And he's just like, actually, no. I have more hits than all of these people. I'm the GOAT, so fuck out of here. I'm not doing a versus with any of these people. Like, excuse me. That's what he's saying, in my opinion.
There were some conversations about Usher and Chris doing a versus battle. Usher seemed open to the idea, but Chris kind of felt like the versus battle was for washed up artists.
Would you do something like a versus? Yo, man, me and Chris will kill the world if we ever did something together like that. I'm not saying it's versus, but I'm gonna just say this. If that ever happens, it'll be one of the biggest things that anybody has ever experienced in entertainment.
My whole position
he said, I'm not saying it's versus though.
It's cool. It's dope what it's doing with the culture.
I think he just means collabing.
Where I'm at in my quarter of my game, like, I'm not down 20 points. You feel me? Like, so I feel like me doing that would be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna hang it up. So that's a real, you know.
You basically saying you smoking everybody.
I'm smoking. You know.
So Chris Brown said he would smoke Usher, basically, and at this point, I don't think Usher cares about doing a versus or even a collaboration with Chris at all because they did fall out last year. They actually got into a bit of a scuffle because
afterwards they both said
with Tiana Taylor, and Usher didn't like the tone he was using with her, and he tried to intervene.
That's the narrative that the internet ran with.
And Usher and Chris fell out. And it was really crazy because Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party to celebrate him and everything, but Chris Brown
both came out and
so
whatever.
Usher was like, man, forget you. And this
girl,
he is why Usher is now shading Chris.
Bye, Impressive.
And saying he can't even do a versus with him. And I have to agree. And this is not to take away from Chris. I do think he is a talented artist.
That man is still fine. Jesus Christ.
And he has been holding the game down for a long time. But Usher is still a legend. He's a veteran at this. And he has proven tonight at the Super Bowl that he has no competition. Okay? So let's just leave it at that. Now, moving on, I want to talk about Beyonce because Beyonce
to this too.
kind of stole the show as well.
I
feel like she stole
my Patreon.
Usher's moment because she did a surprise Super Bowl commercial with Verizon, and she also announced that she is dropping a country album.
Billboard.
And she's dropping it on March 29th, and this is supposed to be
she
her
have a date?
Act 2 album. And she already dropped 2 singles.
Oh, yes,
one
I
of
did
them
see that
being
on
Texas
the trailer.
Hold'em, and another one being 16 Carriages. And I did get a chance to listen to both singles.
You think, girl?
And I actually like it. You know, I do think country music fits Beyonce's voice very, very well. Texas Hold'em is very much a Beyonce style record, but she also came with the authentic country vibes. And also 16 Carriages sounds nice as well. I actually played it a few times, and there's something about the song that is kind of sad to me. I don't know. It just sounds like a song that has a feeling of finality to it. And, you know, Beyonce is just reflecting on her long career, and she's thinking about how much she had to work and how she had to sacrifice for her legacy. And she talked about watching these 16 carriages driving away. And I'm wondering, what exactly was she envisioning? Was she envisioning like a homegoing service? Like, what is it? I don't know. But the song just sounds sad to me. It's beautiful, but sad. But aside from that, I do think it's really cool that Beyonce is actually doing a country music album. And seeing her pivot in a country direction is kind of smart, because country music has had a resurgence on the mainstream pop charts. It's always been a big genre, but I've noticed that it's become more mainstream again, especially with the major success of Luke Combs' cover of Tracy Chapman's hit song, Fast Car. So Beyonce is following the trend, and I think she realizes how profitable country music is. And it's possible that a country music album can help her finally get the coveted Grammy Award that she wants, and that is the Album of the Year award. Now, the issue is Taylor Swift is also dropping a new album this year. So the competition is going to be a bit tough, because the Grammys do tend to favor Taylor. So I don't know, but we'll see how Beyonce's country album sounds and how it does. I'm actually very, very excited to hear it, and I'm starting to understand the concept of Beyonce's Renaissance Trilogy project. And it's interesting because I came across this tweet that pretty much summed it up. It said the way Beyonce is reclaiming genres started by Black people.
Yeah, I saw people saying Act 3 will be rock and roll.
Music, Act 2 country music, and Act 3, which I assume will be rock and roll music. She is showing everyone that Black artists are the blueprint when it comes to these genres of music. I thought that was a very interesting post, and it makes a lot of sense. It really does. Now, I want to get into some of the comments about Beyonce.
Oh, she serves. Every time I see this visual.
Super Bowl. A lot of people are excited for Beyonce's new music, but there are some people who felt like Beyonce stole Usher's moment. Here were some of the comments that I saw in the Shade Room. Why is she trying to distract from Usher's halftime show?
How you go?
Girl, not now. Can Usher have his moment? Dang.
Tiffany, shut the hell up.
Usher,
you as well.
She always do stuff like this on other people's night of celebration. That dropped her way till tomorrow. Check her records. Beyonce, can you just let Usher have his moment? This was very ballroom. Beyonce stormed Usher's moment. She's getting on my nerves, and I love her. Can Usher have his night? Nobody want to hear this stuff. Usher couldn't even have a full 24 hours.
Is that Kelly Rowland?
Now she knows she could wait until tomorrow and let Usher.
Why would you have that?
Shake my head.
Kelly Rowland profile
Usher
picture.
Have something disrespectful to Usher.
Y'all are clowns.
So as you can see, some people were calling Beyonce out for releasing
fucking
songs
clowns in the
same
circus.
night of Usher's Super Bowl.
'Cause what?
I can understand why people would think it
I
was
don't.
funny for Beyonce to
That's
just randomly
stupid.
drop today.
When
I think
Usher
she
night?
waited until Friday for an official release, but I think this moment was too good for Beyonce to pass.
And she was
up.
already doing the
Super
fucking
Bowl
commercial.
night is when everybody
Hello,
is tuned in. So
a lot of eyeballs.
Beyonce dropped her Super Bowl commercial for Verizon, and she announced her album and dropped her 2 singles. I mean, that was the perfect way for her to capitalize off of all the traction.
Are y'all done?
So I can't blame her. I mean, she's doing what any businesswoman would do. But did she take Usher's moment, y'all? She probably did. Who knows? But both her and Usher were trending. So I think it's a win for them both.
Yeah, why can't they both have a moment? Y'all are so dumb. Okay, both of them can share the spotlight. It's fine. I don't understand why there needs to be a competition, or only one of them could be, getting the light. Y'all are just stupid. Stupid. But yeah, I already gave my thoughts about Beyonce's songs on my Patreon, and same with Usher's Super Bowl performance. So I don't have much else to say. But yes, happy for them. All of that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you're going to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time.